welcome to the DARE graduation for the North Schuylkill class of 2019. My name is Drew Mashak, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies tonight. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I would like to introduce my classmate Haley Welker, who will give the opening remarks of the evening.
Our opening song was Where You Lead by Carol King. Some might think that is a love song, but it really fits for a DARE graduation. In our class, we are bound to have leaders and we will have followers. Some will lead academically, some will lead on the sports field, and some might lead us down the path to trouble. Some of us will shine because we follow the lead of those who are excelling, and some of us might falter because we will be led by the classmates who are making the right choices. In DARE, we talk about peer pressure, and hopefully we all now realize that peer pressure can be a good thing. When someone mentions peer pressure, most people tend to think negatively, but we did spend quite a bit of time talking about peer pressure and how it can be a positive force. We need leaders. We need people who can be a positive influence on other people in the years to come. It might be easier to follow sometimes, and it might be popular to follow, but doing what is right isn't always popular, and doing what is popular isn't always right. Leading is defined as to show the way, to act as a guide to influence. Robert Frost said 2 roads diverge in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. In the years to come, my friends will say that beer is harmless, that it is a Schuylkill County rite of passage, that everyone drinks, so you might as well do it. They will try to make you believe that this is the road most traveled, but like Frost, you have to choose the road for yourself, and hopefully you go down the right path. When you are faced with this decision, you have to choose what you know is right for you, and you have to stand by your choice no matter what your friends think. Blaze your own trail. Lead even if no one else follows you. Your reward will be found in knowing you made the right choice. In choosing wisely for yourself, you might influence someone else, and that in turn makes you a leader. Emerson said, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us." At some point, we might not feel that we have what it takes to do what is right, but we would be amazed at what we can do if we resolve to it. In the years to come, when you are faced with a tough decision, reach deep down within you and make a decision that you know is best for you. In order to take charge of our own lives, we have to first believe in ourselves and believe that deciding for yourself is much better than letting others choose for you. You know what is best for you. Choose accordingly. There's an old saying that goes, "Do not lead because I might not follow. Do not follow because I might not lead. Just walk beside me and be my friend." If you can take charge of your life and do what you know is right, you will be setting an example for the people around you. If you can choose wisely and you stand beside your friends and they learn from your example, you are a leader. The best leaders don't tell people what to do. They lead by example. If you can set an example of choosing to be drug-free, your friends will draw strength from that, and you will lead them and yourself down the road that can make a difference in all your life. Thank you.
Matt Gownley. Matt is the president of the DARE Advisory Board, and he would like to share his wisdom with us tonight.
Sixth grade DARE graduates, I would like to congratulate you on completing the DARE program. You all have dedicated yourselves to learning how the choices you make can affect your future greatly. A new chapter is starting for you. Moving to the high school next year is a huge step in life. The high school will be a new environment with lots of knowledge to learn and memories to make. As a senior, I can tell you that high school has been the best time of my life so far. The new subjects and teachers will spark interest in all of you, and everyone will find an area of study which they will like. Not to mention, there will be a lot of fun to be had with new activities and sports. High school also will allow you to have more freedom with the choices you make. The DARE program has taught you how to make sound choices. Bad choices can happen, but DARE has prepared you to stay away from drugs and violence. Although the program has come to an end, the lesson should carry on with you for the rest of your lives. The potential to succeed is within all of you. I wish you all the best of luck in your future, and I hope all of you enjoy high school.
Major King taught us to stay away from smoking and alcohol while we are underage. He came to our school every Tuesday. He taught us to make healthy choices and to be wise. He also taught us that you can get into a lot of trouble if you drink or smoke while underage. You can get into a lot of trouble for even having beer or cigarettes with you, whether they're yours or not. He taught us about different pressures, and he said most likely in your life somebody will ask you if you want to smoke, drink, or do drugs, but you don't have to say yes. He also taught us about marijuana. Marijuana can affect your body in many ways. For example, it can cut off circulation to your brain cells, which can cause you to have brain damage and not think right. I have learned to make healthy choices and to not ruin my life with drugs or being an alcoholic. I have also learned that making healthy choices while we are young is good because if you don't take care of your body, you will have some problems when you're older. I, Gianna Reese, pledge not to do drugs.
It is important to make the right choices about drugs and alcohol. There are basic choices every day, and it is important that we learn how to make wise choices. I have learned many skills at DARE in order to help me make the correct choice. I learned that drugs and alcohol are worse than I thought. I also learned that I have to be strong and follow my own beliefs. I cannot bend to peer pressure. Therefore, I must be careful in choosing my friends. I don't want to be around kids who are using drugs and alcohol. I won't let them pull me down. I also learned that drugs and alcohol can cause you to lose control of yourself. I never want that to happen. I want to be in charge. Being in charge of myself and being strong is very important to me. Not only will I make good choices about myself, but also as far as my friends are concerned. Drugs and alcohol are very bad for you. They can mess up your mind and your body. I must do all that I can to make sure I never fall into a bad situation and only make good choices.
In the DARE program this year, we learned about the dangers of using drugs and the effects they can have on your life. We learned not to do drugs, to say no to smoking, and to respect your body. Below is a paragraph for each letter of DARE and what I gained from the program this year. Don't do drugs. The most important lesson learned in DARE is don't do drugs. Drugs lead to problems in your life. Drugs don't only affect the person who is using them, they also affect the family of the person because they worry about their well-being. Drugs have many negative effects on your health. They take a toll on your body's organs, yellow your teeth, and create loss of memory, just to name a few. When under the influence of drugs, you don't make good decisions. Making one bad decision can negatively impact your entire life. Are you going to say yes or no if someone asks you to try a cigarette? Say no. Cigarettes cause lack of breath, yellow your teeth, smelly breath, and many more health issues. I'm sure you don't want any of those. They are all unpleasant. Respect your body. You can do that by not doing drugs, smoking, or chewing tobacco. Your body doesn't want any disgusting drugs in your system. They can make you seriously sick or even cause death the first time you use them. Enjoy your life being drug-free. If you follow the steps, you're on your way to success of being drug-free. I really enjoyed being a member of DARE this year. I now have the knowledge I need to make the right choices that will not only help me today, but make a huge difference in my future. I'm thankful I was able to participate in this program. And here is my pledge. I, Christina Riley, pledge to follow these steps on my way to success of being drug-free for the rest of my life.
DARE program is very important. DARE stands for Drug Abuse Resistance Education. In the DARE program, I learned about how bad drugs are and what happens to you when you use them. Drugs are so bad for you that they can kill you. In the DARE program, we focus on learning the dangers of smoking, marijuana use, and drinking alcohol. Smoking is really bad for your health. It is illegal to buy and smoke cigarettes under the age of 18 in the United States. Cigarettes contain tobacco. Like all drugs, tobacco is addictive. The substance that makes tobacco addictive is nicotine. That is why it is so hard to stop smoking. Smoking is also the #1 cause of lung cancer. Over 400,000 people die a year from smoking. An additional 3,000 people die each year from secondhand smoke. Another bad drug is marijuana. Marijuana is illegal in the United States. Marijuana is bad for you, especially if you play sports, because it slows coordinations and reflexes. It can affect you even if you are riding a bike. The last drug we learned about in the DARE program is alcohol. It is illegal to buy and drink alcohol under the age of 21 in the United States. Alcohol affects you a lot. It can damage every organ in your body. It is very bad for you to play sports like marijuana too. It slows down your reflexes, coordination, and affects your self-control. All of these facts I stated are 100% true. The DARE program influenced how I look at drugs. I learned about how bad it can affect your body and health. Using drugs will have a negative effect on your entire life. I, Ari Wolf, pledge to never do drugs in my entire life.
I'd like to dedicate this to Miss Nye. Major K has been teaching us DARE and listening for a while now, and he has taught us a lot. I think DARE helped my classmates and I make healthy choices in life. DARE is an amazing thing that God has mentioned. We have learned a lot in DARE, but here are just a few things. We learned about today's doing choices by saying no and get away. We learned about many types of peer pressure, and we talked about making healthy and wise decisions. We talked about what to do if someone offers you beer or drugs. In DARE, I have learned many useful things that can help me in life. There are many good and bad decisions we can make. Major King, how my classmates and I made many good decisions. I skied and Wolfgang pledged that I won't do drugs and ruin my life. That was you, Miss Nye.
What I've learned in DARE is going to be very useful in life. I personally think it is a very good thing. DARE stands for Drug Abuse Resistance Education, or when you work in the DARE workbook, it stands for Define, Assess, Respond, and Evaluate. We have learned not to make bad choices in life about drugs and alcohol. We have also learned ways to be in charge when you are under peer pressure about drugs or alcohol. We have learned a lot in DARE this year. We learned 5 kinds of peer pressure, such as friendly, positive, heavy, teasing, and indirect. We have also learned about how sometimes you might act under peer pressure. They are assertive, demanding, and shy. Also, we have learned facts about alcohol. It is illegal for people under the age of 21. It can mess with your mind, and it can cause an accident if you are under the influence. We learned marijuana facts also. Drugs like marijuana can be addictive. Another fact is there is more tar in marijuana smoke than in tobacco smoke. Some of the health effects of marijuana and tobacco can cause breathing problems. Users of marijuana have more colds and upper respiratory problems, and it affects your brain and body. It could cause short-term memory loss and a loss of concentration. This is very important because some people make unwise decisions about silly things such as drugs and alcohol. It doesn't necessarily mean that certain person is bad. It just means the decisions they make are bad. DARE has really taught me on how to say no and to stand up for myself if I ever come across a situation during my childhood or life involving drugs and alcohol. All of the skills we've learned are important. We learn about marijuana, tobacco, and alcohol, and how they are all bad for your mental ability and health. We learn peer pressure and the different kinds of it, and how to make the right decisions in a sticky situation. DARE has definitely impacted me on the way I look at drugs and alcohol, and it will definitely help me on what I have to come. Here's my pledge. I, Tori, pledge to be drug and alcohol free. I will stick up for the right choices if I am never under peer pressure.
A few years ago, DARE started giving out 6th grade superlatives. It's proven to be one of the most popular parts of the DARE graduation, and we are awarding them once again this year. The awards are given for unique qualities, unusual habits, or just for some strange happening during the DARE classes. I'm so short, I can't fix this. Okay. Well, our first award is the Marge Simpson Award. Marge is known for her beautiful hair, and this year's winner takes pride in his hair as well. He doesn't limit to his head though. He also styles his chest hair. That's great. The Marge Simpson Award is presented to Reggie Crawford. Our next award is the Confused Award. Major Kenny's getting old, so it's natural that he's walking around Jason and confused. Once he has something in his head, he's hard pressed to correct it. An example of this is our classmate Sven. You're probably wondering who that is, but Sven gets even. He had gone to hospital before coming here, and he often calls Major King Officer Durkin, the possible third officer's name. Our confused award is presented to Craig Sven Youngquist. We kid around with superlatives, but sometimes we get serious. DARE is a program that's supposed to make better citizens, which benefits the community, but in this case, we're some great citizens who should be recognized for improving their community. They saw a need and they filled it. Everyone loves to be outdoors and play in the parks. Most people count on the government to take care of them. These two young ladies appointed themselves caretakers of the neighborhood park, and they make sure that it's clean and presentable. Our good citizens superlatives are presented to Sturdy Meredith and Cassie Adams. Our next award is for most photogenic. Most young girls, especially at this age, are very concerned about their looks. This young lady is very comfortable with herself because she agreed to portray an ugly girl for DARE this year. The DARE superlative for Too Man Beautiful is presented to Taylor Kufra. From beautiful, we go to best dress. There is a written rule, the Tyler rule, and that rule says that if you win DARE boxers, you're supposed to wear them every DARE day. And in this case, it's every Tuesday. This young man says that he follows the Tyler rule, and he hasn't missed a Tuesday wearing his DARE boxers. This award is presented to Eric Wernicke. And if you have come on tonight, Eric, we'll take your word for it. Our next award is the photogenic award. In the course of the DARE year, there are some strange pictures taken, and the kids in them are great sports. I would imagine, though, that pickle juice in your eye doesn't feel too good. But these co-winners were willing to do whatever it took to make a memorable DARE picture. The photogenic award is presented to Greg Golden and Kelsey Ower. Our next award is similar to the Confused Award, but it's different too. DARE is always willing to welcome new students to the class, but our senile DARE instructor has a hard time with names when a kid starts any time after the first day. This young lady joined our class early in DARE, but the major never gave her a card for a name tag, so he just referred to her as, "Hey you." Once Major King got her name down, if he didn't call her, "Hey you," she didn't think that he was talking to her. Our I Have a Name award is presented to Shanina Smith. Major King is great for giving nicknames. They don't always make sense to us, but I guess that they do to him. One of our classmates is named Dalton, but he's now known as Frank. Dalton to Frank is a bit of a stretch. When you factor the last name, it makes sense in Major King world. Our cool nickname is presented to Dalton Berry, a.k.a. Frankenberry. Next up is the Einstein Award. Most kids love to get out of class, and when Major King gave one young man that option, he was reluctant to do so. When Major suggested 10 o'clock, the kid didn't want to miss math. When Major suggested 1 o'clock, he said he couldn't afford to miss science. No matter what time was picked, this recipient had an excuse to stay in class. The Einstein superlative is presented to Jumisha.
Chloe.
Wait a minute, I've just been handed another award. No group of superlatives would be complete without this last and almost forgotten award. This award was not too hard to figure out. A winner could talk the starving dog off of a meat truck. The superlative for